So I just watched Night Flyers, and I don't know what to think. What did I just watch? It was kind of like a mix of a lot of different properties that I've seen in the past, like Event Horizon, a bit of Dead Space in there, a bit of Westworld, a bit of 2001: A Space Odyssey. It was just a giant jumble of sci-fi ideas in one, and it didn't really have a point. I was really unsatisfied with the ending. Yeah. Okay, let's do this. So, Night Flyers is about a team of scientists that go out to make first contact with a strange alien craft that they have happened to call the Vulcan. And this is all being led by one scientist called D'Branin. He's the main character. Yeah, you can see how unimpressed I was with this show, because I was very unsatisfied with the ending. It was like they just threw in all these science fiction tropes into a TV series and expected it to work. And it didn't. It really didn't. It was just a very disappointing watch. And I kind of felt myself hate watching it just to get to the end, just to see what would happen. I hate watched this. There was the thing that it reminded me of. It was so many different things. I'm not sure if the original book was like this. I might have to read it, because if it is, then George R.R. Martin, the guy who wrote it, who everyone knows from Game of Thrones, is a genius. If he wrote all these ideas back in 1980-something, when he wrote the first set of short stories and novella, he was way ahead of his time, because I watched every episode and I was thinking of a different property. Like, in the first few episodes, there's a maniacal AI on the rampage on the Night Flyer, which is the name of the ship by happenstance. And that reminded me a lot of 2001: A Space Odyssey. And then people were having visions and strange, like, nightmarish things going on. And it reminded me of Event Horizon. The premise of going out to make contact with an alien spacecraft. I mean, it's done 100 times before in science fiction, but it reminded me a lot about Interstellar. The part where there is a robotic being living on the Night Flyer that no one knows about. Westworld. I mean, even this title sequence of this show kind of reminded me of the Westworld title sequence. Just the music and the way it played out. Like, I'm just not sure what they wanted to do with this show. Like, what was the point? And when I say the ending was unsatisfying, you learn at the very end that this whole trek where people have been killed and maimed and butchered, basically, is all for one guy to get his daughter back. And that's how it ends. Like, there's no guilt on his face. I mean, he's just shocked. I don't know if you can call it guilt. Like, you don't see it. It just ends with him getting his daughter back and everyone else huddling on a spaceship that's gone quiet because they've had to shut down the engines before exploding. What's the point? I mean, this... I'm a big fan of sci-fi. I would have loved to have seen something original. They must have seen the similarities, and why? I'm probably going to stop this review here now, guys, because I have nothing positive to say about it. So I'm probably going to give this one a generous 2 out of 10. You're not going to be missing much by not watching this one, guys. It's definitely not one of his George R.R. Martin's greatest moments, but that's probably to do with the producers more than George R.R. Martin. I did actually go and watch the 1987 film that was based off his stories, and I couldn't sit through that either. So maybe it is George R.R. Martin's fault. Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys thought. If you did manage to sit through all the way through it, what did you like about it? If you liked anything about it, let me know, because I might be missing something. Anyway, guys, enjoy the rest of your week. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. And enjoy the rest of your week, guys. We'll talk to you later.